So speaking of kids that deserve a shot at going to higher education, the Supreme Court, the radical right-wing broken Supreme Court, yes, we will say that one more time, ruled against President Biden's executive action to forgive student loan debt. Here we have... Oh, this is going to... I'm just getting started, aren't we? Supreme Court kills Biden student loan relief plan. Here we have NBC News. The Supreme Court on Friday invalidated President Joe Biden's student loan debt relief plan, meaning the long-delayed proposal intended to implement a campaign trail promise will not go into effect. The justices divided 6-3 on ideological lines. Oh, wait, did I just read this article? Oh, no, I didn't. This is actually a different article. Ruled in one of two cases that the program was an unlawful exercise of presidential power because it had not been explicitly approved by Congress. Now, the authority in which I'm going to come back here. The authority in which President Biden did this program was under the HEROES Act of 2003, which allowed for presidents in times of crises, which was then utilized in the COVID timeframe. But this was in response to 9/11, this was passed. It gives the discretion of the president to take these types of actions, to pause interest, to forgive debt, to do a lot of what we did with the PPP programs in COVID, by the way, which were astronomically more than what the amount of debt that would be forgiven here is. Just putting that out there. And that was under Donald Trump. That was under Trump. That wasn't under Biden. Gee, I wonder why that one went through. Because, oh, it was helping big businesses? Oh, it was helping the rich? Oh, damn. If only we were rich, then this would help us out. Then this would have went through. Oh, wait. If we were rich, we wouldn't have student loans. Now, remember, this was only going to alleviate $10,000 for borrowers, or up to $20,000 for borrowers if you had Pell Grants. That still left billions of dollars. We have more student loan debt in this country than you can even possibly begin to imagine. Let me see if there's the ticker, active ticker. It is close. I know it is close to $2 trillion. I want to see if I can get an accurate number as to what it is today. Let's see. Oh. The quickest Google search finds it at $1.78 trillion. Trillion. Not billion. Trillion. With a T. We have so much student loan debt we could pay for basically what's on the books, the Iraq War. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think that people should have to go into debt to get an education. That's just my opinion. Now, I'm just, couple tens of thousands of dollars in debt, but, just my choice, right? Now, again, the PPP loans, have at it, guys. You could just have the debt forgiveness. I actually support that. I actually support small businesses, and I think that they should have gotten support during COVID. I just also happen to believe that students and, frankly, middle-aged people and old people deserve to have a break every once in a while. And canceling $10,000, is insufficient, but it's something. Now, here's something, and I'm curious what everyone else's take is. And so a question in chat, is Biden able to continue the non-payments? He is able to continue the non-payments if he so chooses. But this is the problem. Democrats don't want to fight. This is the problem with the Democratic Party when it comes to actually fighting. Progressives want to fight and fight and fight. Elizabeth Warren and Ayanna Pressley and Chuck Schumer, Chuck Schumer is no progressive, by the way, but the three of them proposed $50,000 in student loan forgiveness when Biden was elected. 50. The radical socialist Bernie Sanders, he ran on canceling all of it. Because guess what? The president has the authority to do so. Just not under this limited scope of forgiveness. Because guess what? You know who has the record of student loan forgiveness, excluding this proposal? Take a wild guess. It's President Joe Biden. Because they have the selective choices of who they are forgiving debt for. He has the authority. I believe it's the Higher Education Act. I have to pull it up. But he has the authority. That is the authority that allows them to cancel debt for all the other student loans that he forgives. The government can decide it. Congress could decide to do it. They just decided not to. Congress and the president could say, we know what? Maybe you have to get loans to go to school, but you don't have to get interest on. They're non-interest bearing loans. You could just go and you pay them and we don't take interest on it. It'd be something. It'd be something. It wouldn't be good, but it would be something. Not going to do that. Oh, no. We have to punish the middle class. We have to punish the working class. If you work, we need that money back plus interest. We need that money back plus interest. You want to buy a house? I'm sorry, millennials. You're fucked. You want to get married and start a family? I'm sorry, Gen Z. You're screwed. That is the position that the government is putting young people in. Because they don't care to take genuine action for young people. That is the message that they're sending. And they're not going to fight the Supreme Court. They're not going to get rid of the filibuster. So what do? Well, the first thing that I want to propose is that I got a letter. It's an email, but I got an official email from the White House saying that I was approved for student loan forgiveness up to $10,000. Well, guess what? That's a lie. That's a lie. Thousands, if not tens of thousands of people put in the application and were approved. And I think that this should be, if I was a lawyer, maybe I'd try it. But there should be a class action lawsuit to get these loans forgiven. Because the government said that they will be forgiven. I can pull up the email myself. It was approved. Second thing. Oh my God. I could probably go on this for a long time. The second thing is that they have to try again. The Democrats have to try again. President Biden has to try again. And if he doesn't, you're not going to... I mean this sincerely. This is not a threat. I'm just going to tell it as it is. I'm going to tell you in a second why it's so vital to vote for Democrats. But I'm just telling you that if there is not another attempt, there's not another crack at this, young people will not turn out in the same percentage that they did in 2022. The reason why we picked up and Joe Biden won in 2020, the reason why 2022 went to the Democrats was because young people turned out. Now, it's a presidential election, so there will be more people that turn out. But the unique ability of young people to win elections for Democrats is because we believed, and many, frankly, saw it, that Joe Biden was like, we're going to wipe out this debt for you. And they took actions, and they went to the polls and voted. That also happened to coincide, and we're going to wrap this all in together now. It also coincided in 2022 with the overturning of Roe versus Wade, where the Supreme Court, the radical right-wing Supreme Court, overturned a 50-year precedent, removing women's right to their own bodily autonomy. This so happens to coincide now with the overturning of affirmative action and the Supreme Court ruling in favor of a graphic designer suing a non-existent person that they faked was looking for a website design and was for a gay wedding, which the person that they were allegedly using in the case is married to a woman, never filed the request for the website. It was completely fraudulent, should have never been in front of the Supreme Court, and now they are eroding the rights of LGBTQ plus people. They are eroding their civil rights. They're eroding our civil rights. They are just allowing people to be openly discriminated against. And that is the Supreme Court, which in 2016 was forever altered by that election. The historic period that we are living in right now, the infamous period that we are living in right now, where the Supreme Court is going after your neighbors, they're going after unions, they're going after teachers, they're going after every group that you could possibly think of. They are lessening our rights. Where we should be progressing, they are lessening. We are regressing because of the Supreme Court, because 2016, Hillary Clinton did not defeat Donald Trump. And we could relitigate a million times over the 2016 election. As a Bernie supporter, I went out and voted for Hillary Clinton proudly, and not to be like, oh, I'm a yippee, here's Hillary. I'm saying, here is who I'm voting for because I will not let that guy win. And yet, enough people did not turn out, or enough people voted for Trump. They were bamboozled into believing the drain the swamp nonsense that they appointed indirectly a stolen seat from Barack Obama, where it should have been Merrick Garland. They put in Neil Gorsuch, a big money corporate anti-union justice. And they put in Brett Kavanaugh. We all know about Brett Kavanaugh. And then they put in radical right-winger Amy Coney Barrett. So it is 6-3. 6-3. 6-3. And this is not to say we deserve this, because we don't, and nobody does. But elections have freaking consequences. If you don't turn up every single November to vote, and I know, I have voted for people I don't really love, believe it or not. You can't tell. I don't love every single person that I vote for. But voting is not a judgment of your moral superiority. It is a judgment on your end on material, pragmatic outcomes in your neighborhood, in your city, in your state, and in this country. Because if you sit idly, there is somebody that is not sitting idly, that is going to Moms for Liberty rallies and is going to Trump rallies, and they're voting. Oh, they are voting. They may have stormed the Capitol, they may have got arrested, but guess what? They are voting. So if you're getting pissed off about this stuff, like I am, you have to do something.